Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Today we're going to be working on cleaning tips. Today we're going to focus on the restrooms because that is what's on my schedule for today. So I do have a cleaning schedule of how I clean my home, and today is restrooms. So I'm going to basically be sharing you some homemaker tips, just tips on the tips that I've learned from being a keeper of the home, a helper. So without further ado, I'm trying to get things done on a schedule because I do have a toddler. So let's get started. Okay, so the first tip, you want to make sure you get all the rugs out of the restroom. You want to first make sure you get all the dirt out by just shaking the rugs, and we're gonna wash these rugs later. Go ahead and grab you some gloves. This is another tip. Use gloves when cleaning the restroom. This helps your hands stay sanitary because you're touching a lot of different germs and bacteria in the bathroom. So you do want to make sure your hands are covered by using any type of gloves to protect your hands. Another tip, go ahead and spray down the bathroom. I usually like to spray down the bathroom first and then let it sit and simmer to bring all the residue up, but today I just sprayed an all-purpose spray over the countertops. And another tip we are going into is to start by cleaning the countertops first. You want to clean the areas in the bathroom that has the least bacteria. So I typically clean the toilet last. So my tip is to definitely start with the countertops by using an all-purpose spray. And I did use a little bleach around the faucet because sometimes you get a lot of water buildup. So this really helps get that water residue to rise up and easily be wiped away. So I do like to use a little bit of the bleach toilet cleaner because it just has the nozzle and it can be poured onto the faucet specifically. Well, it could be, I can target just the faucet. I don't have to spray everywhere else. So after I clean the countertops, I make sure I do dry it with a dry towel, just so we don't get any water spots by letting it air dry. So that's another tip. The next tip is to wipe down all the products in the bathroom, especially the ones closest to the toilet seat. So you really want to wipe them down. I do like to sanitize them with a sanitizing wipe afterwards. So just make sure you're wiping those down when you are cleaning the bathroom. So I'm also taking them all off this bathroom tray and wiping down the bathroom tray because it sits right next to the toilet. Things can splash, and you just don't want it sitting there for long periods of time. So just take the time to wipe everything down. My mirror was super dirty, so I started off with a dry towel just to dust off all the dust. And I'm using this Dawn Power Wash, you guys, on mirrors. This is the next tip. Okay, using the Dawn Power Wash on mirrors has been like a perfect hack I found, and it helps to not make your mirrors blurry if there's a lot of heat in the bathroom, and it really gives your mirror a squeaky clean look, as you can see. So I do like to go in with a regular towel to clean it off and then use a microfiber towel to polish it up. So that was a tip for mirrors, and you guys will see that later on again in the video. And make sure you're cleaning up as you go. This is the next clip. Clean up as you go. Fold your towels. You don't have to keep them on your clean surfaces after you clean them, but just fold them up, hang them around the cabinets, and that'll be so helpful to not have anything cluttered after you've already cleaned. Okay, so moving on to the tub. So I always like to use my Ajax powder along with a liquid, and today I'm going to be using Fabuloso because it just makes it smell amazing, and it just gives your powder a wet feel where you don't have to use too much water. I do like to go in with a scrubber. You can go in with this type of scrubber. It's a handheld. You do have to get low, but I am pregnant, and for any moms that are pregnant, a long handheld scrubber like this works even better, because you don't have to bend down. All you have to do is get in there, wet the tub a little bit, and start scrubbing as you stand up. This has been such an amazing item that I've purchased recently, and I just love it so much. So you can use this to clean all around the tub, the shower, the walls. It really allows you to get in there and clean the entire shower without having to like strain your back or anything. You do still want to make sure you're wringing out the sponge, and then going in with your shower head. Hopefully you have a shower head you can take apart. That's another tip, because using a shower head that you can use, a handheld shower head, you can actually rinse the entire shower with the water. Okay, the next tip is, after I'm done cleaning the tub, I like to take a disinfectant wipe and just wipe around the border of the tub and the shower head, the nozzle, all of the hardware of the shower. I like to just disinfect, especially because this is the guest restroom, and there's a lot of people going in and out of it. So moving on to the toilet, you definitely want to take your time with the toilet. Okay, the toilet needs to be cleaned thoroughly. Okay, so I like to spray it down with an all-purpose spray, and then I like to go in with the Clorox bleach toilet bowl cleaner, and then I like to spray a few sprays of just plain old bleach Clorox spray in the toilet bowl. Okay, and once I spray down the toilet, I like to start from the top and work my way down, because you don't want to start working on the dirtiest part of the toilet and move up. So I really like to just focus on the areas that's not as dirty, that doesn't get that much exposure, and work my way down. So you can see that now. And then once I do want to make sure I focus on the main toilet as well as the bottom of the toilet. You want to bend down and get both sides of the bottom of the toilet, because things splash, especially if you have people that's not putting the toilet seat down, and they accumulate in the little cracks of the toilet at the bottom. So you do want to make sure you take the time to wipe that as well, and wipe all around the toilet just to get anything that may have splashed over time. And then go ahead and just close the toilet and dry off some of it at the top. But I'm going to go in with a Clorox wipe to start disinfecting. So first I cleaned the toilet, and now I am going to go in and disinfect. So same order. I'm going to start with the nozzle. I really focus on the nozzle for like 15 seconds. That way I really make sure that the disinfectant wipe is actually disinfecting, and then I go back in the same order to clean the toilet. I clean the toilet to disinfect. Okay, so after I disinfect, I go in with the toilet bowl cleaner, and I just make sure I concentrate on the tops, the sides, and the bottom of the toilet. Okay, even if your toilet looks clean, really scrub. Okay, it can never be too clean. And then once I'm done with the toilet, I make sure I take the gloves off and wash my hands. I don't want to touch anything else with those gloves. I want to get rid of the towel that I used and put it in the pile that's going to be washed with the rest of the towels and the rugs. Okay, so now that my hands are all clean, I'm going to focus on the mirrors. I did put some gloves back on because I am still working with chemicals. So again, I'm going in with the Dawn Power Wash soap to clean my mirrors. And then after I clean the mirrors, I go in with that Dawn Power Wash to clean the faucet nozzle, because it is a reflective material, just like the mirror. So you want to make sure that is shining as well, and very dry. You don't want to leave water on your faucet nozzle because it gets water spots. So another tip is just to make sure it's dry, and then make sure to clean it just as you would clean a mirror. Okay, so once we have cleaned everything in our restroom, we want to make sure we stock our bathroom with products that helps us help our guests stay fresh, keep our bathroom fresh, keep it clean. Okay, so now we're all done with the restroom. You want to make sure you have like some form of bucket, some form of system organization under your cabinets where you can just put all of your cleaning products back. That way they're just not out where everybody can see them. And then we're gonna move on to sweeping. So I like to have a tall dustpan. You can have a regular dustpan. I just don't like bending down too much. So another tip is, if you don't like bending down, get you a tall dustpan that's kind of like the same height as your broom. It works wonders. So I'm gonna go ahead and sweep up the restroom. A tip I have about sweeping is sweep everything to one corner, one spot of the area you're cleaning, and then go back to that spot and accumulate all the trash, and then sweep it into the dustbin. It helps so much. I didn't mop today because I do have a schedule when I mop all the floors. But if you don't have a schedule where you mop all the floors, you do want to make sure you're mopping after you sweep your bathroom. Okay, so once we do the floors, we want to just make sure we tackle all the linen. So we're going to take our rugs, we're going to take our towels, everything we just used, we're going to throw it in the washing machine, use a good detergent and a good fabric freshener, and we're just going to wash it all up. And after we do that, that's it. We're all done with our bathroom. I really love putting candles in the restroom after cleaning. It just creates such a freshness, such a zen. You just feel accomplished, you feel relaxed, and it's always nice to walk into a fresh smelling restroom, and candles just give it such a good vibe, you guys.